Tell me about yourself, Charlie.
You mean from day 1 through 93? This is a picture of me. Let me see. My mother, oh, she didn't put the year on it. I was probably, what, about 5 maybe? We lived in Ohio then. I was born in Ankeny, Iowa. And then I don't have any in between, only when I graduated from high school. Well, we moved so many times. We lived out on the farm and country school bus. And well, when I was that little girl there, in first grade, they didn't have kindergarten then, see. And first grade, I had to walk to school about a mile with my brother. And one day he was sick, and I was still gonna have to walk that distance by myself. I had my parents, and then I had an older brother, 4 years older, and he was killed in World War II in the Pacific. I graduated from Jordan, Iowa, which is between Ames and Boone. And now it is consolidated and called United Community. And back to Jordan, after it consolidated and such, then we had a great big devastating tornado that went through, and it wiped everything out, including the school. But there was only, what, 14 or 15 of us here that graduated. And I've kept track of one girl in Alabama and one's down here by Pilot Mound and me. Most of the others have passed away. And this was my first job at Iowa State. Then I moved back to Des Moines after working at Ames. When we'd get our paycheck, we'd pay our rent right away, and then we'd go out and buy records and stuff with the rest of the money. There was 5 years before I got married. And I said I'd never give up those 5 years. Some get married right as soon as they get out of school. But that 5 years, it was a learning experience. I'd start a new job if I wanted to and independent. So then I got married in 1948. My husband, then we moved, he worked for this well drilling company in Boone. And then we moved up here to manage that well company. In our spare time, we built an airplane. That's the finished airplane. He made it, no kit, no nothing. It was his own plans, and he was very mechanically inclined. So this was built took us about 7 years. This is just in the spare time, see. Then my daughter, the photographer, one day we took off. I didn't go because there wasn't room, there was only 2 seats. They took the passenger door off, and she sat in the passenger side while my husband flew it. And the other members, we belonged to a club. And all the other flyers flew by, see, up in the sky. And then Maureen took their pictures as they flew by. And then, then it crashed and killed him. But it was these metal strips that come apart I don't know why. I don't know where he got the metal strips. That's 40 years ago since he was killed. I stayed out there and run the business still, the well drilling. I lived out there over almost 30 years after he was killed. And then I moved over here to Friendship Haven 12 years ago. Happy to move to Friendship Haven, you know. But I've been here 12 years now, next week. So it's expensive. Yeah. But when you think of everything that's available, I've told my kids now, I could live here the year round, inside, if I didn't have to go to the hospital or something. I got a pendant, I just buzz it if I fall or need help. They're right at the door. My newspaper's right outside the door. The meals are all here. It was, one year we had electricity off for about 24 hours. They had to carry meals up. Elevators weren't working or nothing. So they had to carry the meals upstairs to people.
If you could give just like one word of advice to future generations.
I've got mixed emotion about it. A lot of it is great, but there are a couple of things that I could go on between now and afternoon. The cursive writing thing. Yes. I wish they could at least write their names. They don't need to go, we used to all. You know, we practiced, we had penmanship classes. would go for the O's, make designs with the O's, and come this way with them, and up and down and about and around. And my last name is Clark, and I still use that when I go up. I find myself like that. But at least now this great-grandson that's going to be 16, I think he was about 10 or 11. We all went out for a birthday, and I gave his daddy's birthday card, and he wanted to look at it, and he said, I can't read it. See, the thing is, if they haven't learned to write it, they can't read it. The last physical I had, the girl that took my blood and stuff, she just shook her head. She said, I can't believe at your age what all you do. You should write a book.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I'm just thankful I can.
How do you stay happy?
I just love life. And things fall in place. They tease me. But the other day, well, two things happened. I was dialing my phone to call the maintenance guy for some reason, I can't remember what, and he walked by my door off this whole campus. He was right out there when I was dialing him. The other day, a piece came out of my eyeglasses, my nose piece. Of all the places that little piece could be, it was right below my chair there on the carpet. And I took it down, and the boss stuck it back in there. And you'll see I have no bed in here. This is all my apartment. I sleep in my lazy boy I have for 14 years.
Wow.
You just reach up and turn the TV off, and you just collapse. You don't toss and turn. I'm a solid sleeper. When I say my prayers at night, I think, okay, Lord, I've been on duty all day, now it's your turn, then I fall asleep.